Have you heard the latest news going around the watch world? Rumor has it that Rolex is rolling out a certified pre-owned watches plan. Do you think it's true? Rolex watches are unlike any other brand in the watch industry. Rolex is both an excellent manufacturer of segment-leading products and an object of international pop culture. It is literally a synonym for quality and a household name that transcends the watch market. And the news about Rolex starting to sell pre-owned watches is actually not news to many. Want to know the real reason why? You better stay tuned because we are going to walk down the lane of pre-owned Rollies. Well, we all are aware that when it comes to buying a Rolex watch, one is usually presented with two options: to buy the watch new from an authorized dealer, or to buy it pre-owned from a trusted retailer. The pre-owned watch business has thrived and developed significantly over the last decade. Not only are secondhand watch purchases widespread among watch collectors, but more and more watch aficionados are becoming aware of the advantages, which range from considerable cost savings to improved availability and a greater selection of timepieces. They can be serviced and refurbished on-site or at Rolex's service center and put back on sale. And if you've been following Rolex around, surely this is no shocker for you since this selling of pre-owned Rolexes is already possible and is already happening. What Rolex might do differently in the future is offer suggested pricing for the most often traded in newer pieces. They could authenticate and certify secondhand timepieces that have gone through their approved workshops or those of licensed dealers. Certified pre-owned Rolexes could well be marketed with the same care and attention to detail as new Rolexes and displayed in Rolex cabinets and windows just the same. For years, authorized dealers have accepted trade-ins, but largely to promote a new watch. It was formerly thought that there was enough profit in pre-owned to justify spending too much time on it. This strategy has resulted in ADs selling Rolex watches at retail pricing, only to have them resold at large markups with professional secondary market dealers. By circling the wagons around both new and pre-owned watches and keeping them within the Rolex authorized dealer ecosystem, ADs may earn many times from the same purchase. And though pre-owned revenues are smaller, the volume of transactions might skyrocket. Customers of Rolex, like Mercedes or BMW customers, are likely to choose licensed shops when trading in, trading up, or just purchasing used automobiles. When you consider where Rolex and its dealers may wind up, the vehicle analogy is a solid one. If the allegation is correct, the intention is to provide the same level of service and product excellence regardless of whether a consumer wants to buy new or used, exactly like how Mercedes does. The idea is simple to study and understand, but it will be extremely difficult to implement. However, as a prize, it appears to be worthwhile. Pre-owned Rolex watches with Rolex warranties might and should be marketed in the same luxurious manner as new Rolex watches. Now, since it is already a known fact that Rolex is putting the pre-owned goods into the market, what exactly should you know and consider when purchasing one? There are a lot of reasons why people opt to buy pre-owned Rolex watches. Some people want to save 30% on a modern Rolex watch that is in near perfect condition. Others want more watches for their money and realize that buying old allows them to get a watch with better functionality and more costly precious metals. There are also dedicated Rolex collectors who seek unique watches as a long-term investment, or those who have so much dime that they want to wear a different Rolex each day of the week. Just like everybody else, of course, you should know what kind of watch you wanted. Nothing makes your search simpler than focusing your search on one or a few Rolex watches. Pre-owned Rolex watches have a large market, and settling on one or two models will allow you to research the characteristics and market worth of the watch. Doing your research and getting to know your preferred model deep and out are essential for getting a decent price and a genuine watch. So, where do you begin? Setting a budget is the most practical approach to get started, since it will help you narrow down which Rolex models you may choose. When finance is less of a constraint, lifestyle, design, mobility, and size become more important. Once you understand the purpose of your pre-owned Rolex search, you can successfully set a budget. This will help you better define your search terms online and/or help a pre-owned Rolex seller locate the exact watch for which you are hunting. You should also take into consideration where you should buy the watch. Instead of buying from a private dealer, we suggest you buy from a trusted and respected Rolex shop. Not only would this alleviate your concerns about authenticity, but it will also ensure that you receive competent support when buying. Checking a retailer's internet presence is one of the finest methods to gauge their reputation. A trustworthy vendor would have a well-functioning website, several favorable customer reviews, and ties with recognized watchmaking organizations. The next thing to think about is whether you want to look for watches online and buy them, or whether you want to go see them in person. Now, this is somewhat a tip, especially if you're a first-time buyer of a pre-owned Rolex. Always ask for real pictures and about original parts. Pre-owned Rolex dealers that are less than trustworthy have been found giving factory photographs that aren't the actual pre-owned watch photos and digitally manipulating watch images. Prior to purchasing a Rolex watch, it is critical to collect authentic, unedited photographs. Some dealers take the trouble to create internet videos of each watch they offer so that their exact condition may be seen. It's also crucial to know if any watch parts have been replaced. Replacement components, especially non-Rolex aftermarket or fraudulent parts, can have a significant impact on the value of a Rolex watch. And another precaution, dear, make sure you get the right deal. When you found your ideal pre-owned Rolex watch, it's time to find the best value. Many sellers would generate considerably more money for a watch than it's worth. If they are being unjust or unreasonable, never be afraid to walk away. You can make the best selection if you have enough information about a certain model, its demand, and typical market value. There are so many challenges when searching for a pre-owned Rolex, and obviously this does not affect the brand anymore. So it's really just us consumers who are betting some stakes. Buying a pre-owned Rolex may present more considerations for the customer, but it can certainly be enjoyable and worthwhile. Nevertheless, brand new or pre-owned, surely when you got that timepiece on your wrist, it would tell you the exact same time and give you the same number of hours for the day just like anyone else. So, what's your 2 cents about Rolex selling pre-owned watches? Give us your thoughts by commenting down below. Thank you very much for staying with us until here. We hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, share this to your friends, and turn on the notification bell for more videos that are above first class. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!